we are virtually a partner with most of Portugal's largest companies.
Strength, reputation, trust and sustainable development, this is our positioning.
We are a good example of a success to help the country to save energy.
The headquarters of Caixa Geral de Depositos in Lisbon is many things. A place of work for more than 3,000 members of staff. An efficient building, the first in Portugal to achieve an A+ rating for energy use, and in its own way, a work of art. But above all, it's also home to a bank that's a cornerstone of the Portuguese economy.
Well, CGD is Portugal's largest financial group. We have been around for 135 years. We have commercial banking activities in Portugal, in which we are the largest commercial bank. We have also an important investment bank that operates not only in Portugal but also overseas. We have 40% of Portugal's insurance market through our insurance companies. And we have a presence worldwide in 24 countries. We are a partner of virtually every Portuguese family because we, out of a population of slightly over 10 million, we have over 4 million clients. And we are virtually a partner with most of Portugal's largest companies and also with many of Portuguese SMEs.
In challenging economic times, sustainability sometimes takes a back seat, but not at CGD. Here, sustainability is more than just an aspiration. Let's look at how CGD delivers on its vision of sustainability. How do you put sustainability into practice in the bank's day-to-day operations?
We are very committed to that principle through different angles. In our daily commercial operations, we try to design our products and to address our clients, sharing a vision of the sustainability of their economic activity, of their personal decisions, of our partnering with them. But also we have activities in terms of trying to reduce our contribution. For example, in CO2 emissions, we have a very comprehensive program of hair preservation and of diminishing emissions of CO2. We try as much as possible to use our energy from renewable sources. As you know, we have the largest solar plant in our roof.
Nowhere is the commitment to renewable energy sources more visible than on the roof of CGD's headquarters, where the bank has installed 1,600 square meters of solar thermal panels. The project is known as Solar Central and is the biggest solar thermal installation in Portugal. Solar Central has already made a major impact on energy consumption in the building.
We are a good example of a success after 4 years of managing a central solar plant, and also from the photovoltaic experience we are quite happy and the results can be shown to everybody. So it helps at first saving energy. So in our case 3% of our consumption, because during summer we have a system with an absorption chiller that enable us to produce cold water, in this case using during summertime. During winter, we have the production of hot water in order to help the climatization and the water system, the sanitary system and other uses of hot water.
Of course, it's important to remember that 85% of Portugal's energy needs come from imported fossil fuels, so initiatives like Solar Power Central could be pointing the way to the future.
We are quite happy with the results that enable us to save energy and also to stimulate our customers. our bank customers to apply these kind of systems in their houses or in their organizations, and in this way to help the country to save energy.
To see how Solar Central saves energy in this enormous and elegant structure, you have to travel several floors below ground. Engineer Sergio Albino, who works in the energy efficiency team, showed me around Solar Central's technology, 6 floors below street level. This system is the largest and most sophisticated of its kind in Europe, supplying air and water to the building at the desired temperature, whatever the season. A network of pipes carries air throughout the building, while 4 tanks are each capable of storing and delivering 100,000 litres of water. This is efficient energy management on a huge scale. Back above ground, this is what you might call mission control, the room that monitors and controls energy management in CGD's headquarters. Here, the performance of 20,000 individual points of energy use can be called up on screen at the touch of a button. Sunshine is one of Portugal's natural resources. The sun isn't just good for the tourism and leisure industries, it's a source of renewable energy for companies which are serious about sustainability. CGD has established micro-generation systems on the roofs of some of its branches, but this is just one aspect of its policy of taking sustainability into the communities it serves.
We also look at the country around us, and we participate in trying to promote social values. We are part of a project with Euronext New York, NICE in Lisbon. The Euronext New York Stock Exchange operation in Portugal as a partnership with us for a social values exchange, in which we help promote projects aiming at enhancing social responsibility and social projects within the country. And we have also been promoting and sustaining the willingness of all of our workforce to participate in community work and in volunteer participation in several social projects. We had over 33,000 hours of social work by our workers last year. And so we look at sustainability through a very, I would say, through all possible angles we can look at.
CGD is an integral part of Portugal's financial life, its brand a familiar presence in cities and towns. The bank's sustainability policies are helping to build and strengthen the brand's connection with customers.
Our goals in present times are to focus on innovation, creativity, building a segmented range design and targeted to the needs of customers, but also to deliver a more consistent and inclusive financial offer to achieve higher levels of service and satisfaction, increasing the efficiency of our relationship with customers first and the general community. It is an incredible time for brands, due to the challenge of making them improve themselves and innovate. In the current context and in CGD's values and ambitions, we find the inspiration in sustainability to build a brand more intimately connected to the Portuguese, and one that makes us believe in a different but better future. Strength, reputation, trust and sustainable development, this is our positioning and how we create distinctiveness and awareness to our activity.
And of course the bank has an important function in promoting financial literacy amongst its customer base.
Investment in financial literacy, ongoing since 2008, represents one of the broader aspects of intervention within civil society and reflects our concern for the future, informing citizens and SME for a more responsible financial management in the medium and long term. CGD is present in Kidzania Park, with a branch for children, where they can engage with banking and learn basic rules for managing their money, savings and planning their future. In turn, on the Ciclo da Poupança portal, We teach younger children in a fun way to save both money and natural resources. Educação Mais Financeira is an interactive and educational exhibition that runs in the country through schools, public libraries and other public spaces, aimed not only at talking about financial education, but also at giving a younger and more senior audience the skills to deal with the personal finances, make choices and informed decisions. I would also like to underline the relevance of the Saldo Positivo site, which has received over 250,000 unique visitors. Created in 2008, it was the first financial literacy portal in Portugal, promoting the need to educate for conscientious and informed consumption, pointing out solutions for the day-to-day management. Today we also have the same model for SMEs and freelancers, preparing them for a more efficient and effective management at this demanding juncture, essential for the recovery of the Portuguese economy. We believe in the future for Portugal, based on ethics and solidarity, perseverance and inspiration, because we trust in the ability of the Portuguese to turn difficulties into extraordinary opportunities of growth.
Even in the post room at the bank's headquarters, there is a practical commitment to greater sustainability. The move to paperless communication has reduced, but not quite eliminated, the daily output of shredded paper and cardboard. But here, the money received from recycling these materials goes towards a social fund for employees. It's one small initiative that adds to CGD's reputation for sustainability. CGD was recently awarded Best Sustainable Banking Group in Portugal by The New Economy, and by the end of 2011 your environmental performance was rated as the best in the Iberian financial sector. What's your take on these recent highlights in sustainability?
Well, first they're a recognition of the effort, and in that sense, since the organization has been committed with different players and then different people guiding the organization through a long-term commitment towards sustainability, is very nice for all of us, and especially for the entire organization, that we are recognized. That is not the reason why we see sustainability as something that we should pursue on our everyday activity, but it's clearly a stimulus for us to excel and to probably improve, as I said in the previous answer, in the areas where we can still learn from the best performers, from the best in class. So it's clearly a motivation to do better in the future.
Banking can be a complex industry, but there is one simple relationship that really counts, the one between the bank and its employees. At CGD, there has been a conscious effort to provide staff with the best training, the best resources and the best environment in which to work. All this allied to equality of opportunity.
I'd like to give you a small example how we treat our staff, how we help them to develop, and naturally the opportunities that are created without distinction. 7 years ago, the percentage of men and women was more or less the same. A few more men than women, with around 51% men and 49% women. 7 years later, there are now 54% women and 46% men. And women are taking charge of the development of the business. And to underscore that it really is the case that the opportunities we create company-wide are opportunities for all people who are looking to further their own career development, their skills and roles, we have men and women in all roles throughout the company with no discrimination whatsoever.
CGD provides an unrivaled medical service to its employees and their families at a much reduced cost compared to private health insurance. This access to a full range of specialist medical care is a major benefit. At the bank's headquarters, there is also top-quality catering available to thousands of employees. In this restaurant, staff from every department and every level of the company enjoy a varied menu. It's part of the bank's long-term investment in its people.
Não são os produtos que nos garantem o futuro.
Our products won't guarantee our future. It is people that will guarantee our future. That is why investing in people, knowing how to connect people and caring for people, developing their skills and talent and focusing them on the future are also important with regard to development. For us, the success of our bank is dependent on the success of our people. Our people are the key to our success. They are the key to our future. Our bank is 135 years old. This long life, we owe it to our employees, as they are, in reality, responsible for our success. They are the key to our development.
Safety and security training is a key part of staff development at CGD. The training is much more extensive and sophisticated than the simple first aid programs offered by other large companies and institutions. Safety exercises put the staff through their paces in a variety of challenging scenarios, equipping them to deal with any emergency. The idea is to make employees not just safer at work, but also safer at home with their families.
E a família tem aqui, por isso, uma importância muito grande.
To us, family is very, very important. We give preference to anything to do with supporting families. We seek to offer conditions that allow our employees to truly maintain strong relationship with both the business and their family, and that they do not forget about their family when coming to work. The health of our employees and their families. We offer housing loan support and support when purchasing a home. We help out with purchasing books and offer scholarships. In short, we offer everything that employees might need to obtain a balanced family life. With regard to the difficulties our employees face, whether personal problems or money problems, we have techniques, specialists to support our employees. Social care, psychologists who are available no matter the circumstances to support our employees. For us, this represents a serious commitment. A balanced family life is fundamental to a balanced employee, and balanced employees create a space inside themselves. They effectively have greater capacity to perform for the company.
The impressive original paintings which adorn the entrance hall of CGD's headquarters are reminders of the enduring value of artistic expression. This remarkable building also houses a full-sized auditorium, one of Lisbon's leading venues for concerts, plays and recitals. The auditorium is the centerpiece of a vibrant cultural center, something which extends CGD's presence in the wider community. What's your assessment of Caixa's performance in the community?
CGD's responsibility is not limited in the ability to achieve good financial results. CGD's history comprises continuously the promotion of best practices in response to the challenges of Portuguese society in different times and situations, always seeking to be present in direct support of social responsibility initiatives. The work undertaken under the Sustainability Programme has earned several distinctions, both nationally and internationally, and has also been recognized by the European Savings Banks Group with an invitation to join the Committee for Corporate Social Responsibility, which also includes the representation of the European Commission.
The dealing room at CGD is a great place to take the pulse of the global economy. All businesses are facing challenging times. CGD is looking to the future on the basis of sustainable and responsible business, a clear set of principles with which to work. Of course, banking is your business. How do you define responsible banking in terms of sustainability?
Well, I would say something which seems very obvious, but if we look at history, has not been so obvious in people's actions, is that careless lenders are as hazardous for society as careless borrowers. And therefore, we clearly have a very serious commitment to being very responsible lenders, to being very responsible investors, and to make sure that every decision we take now is a decision that will in itself, as far as we can see when we take it, going to be a sustainable decision. So we're not short-term minded. We always try to solve adequately the trade-off between the need to take short-term decisions and the long-term view that has to guide our action.
We've seen CGD's great work on sustainability, but where does the organisation take it from here in terms of commitments for the future?
Well, I mean, basically two things. One thing is to keep strengthening the work that we have already done. And on the other hand is to exchange experiences and views with the best in class that we have around the world. Try to see where we can improve, where we can also provide our experience as a guidance for others. I mean, we're humble, but not so humble that we do not recognize that we have been excelling in some areas. But also be very careful and be very attentive to everything that is developing and to new areas in which we can invest and we can put our effort in order to be as sustainable as we can be in every moment in time for the future.